Hi everyone, Happy New Year. Mathis Connor here with Connor Management Group, and this week we're going to look at the best capital goods stock to buy right now. Today is Friday, January 3rd, 2014, and the industry that this capital goods company is the industrial equipment wholesale, and we see the 12-month upside as 16.1%. Going on to the second slide, and we see the name of the company is called MSC Industrial Direct. That's MSC Industrial Direct, and its ticker symbol is MSM. Let's see, and as mentioned, Industrial Equipment Wholesale is the name of the industry, and upside potential is at 16.1%. On to some quick facts about MSC. MSC, together with its subsidiaries, markets and distributes metalworkings and maintenance, repair, and operations supplies, primarily in the United States. It's MRO products, which is maintenance, repair, and operations. Products include cutting tools, measuring instruments, tooling, components, metalworking products, fasteners, things of that nature. Things that are used to manufacture a lot of in retail type goods, and we'll see what some of their products are on the following slide. The website for MSC is mscdirect.com. The company is headquartered in Melville, New York. They were founded in 1941, and the number of employees stand at 6,133. Another interesting tidbit is that the officers and directors the company own 20.1% of the company in total. So that's a nice chunk for a company of this size, as you'll see in a second. They're in the services sector, and once again, the industry is industrial equipment wholesale. Their revenues for the last 12 months have stood at $2.42 billion. The net income was $249 million, and the cash from operations was $335 million. The market capitalization for MSC is $5.1 billion, so definitely a sizable company. On their products and services page, it's got some pictures of the products that they market and distribute. So just a lot of hardcore basic products used for manufacturing and maintenance. So we've got pictures here of the vise, hand tools like wrench, hole making like drill bits, cutting tools, other kinds of machinery like saw blades, the welding and soldering equipment, HVAC fans, pipe-related items with valves, janitorial and facility maintenance type equipment, things like buckets with mops and stuff, electric motors, power tools, just real hardcore basic stuff. I guess one pickup in their business that they had one excerpt on their website that says emergency preparedness supplies. So you can imagine that. With things like Hurricane Sandy and other disasters across the company, that their products would be in great supply. So that's what we have for the products and services page. On to some of their metrics. As we mentioned, annual revenues the last 12 months has been $2.4 billion. Net income $249 million. Cash from operations, $335 million. Their operating margins for 2012 were 19%, and the operating margins for 2013 declined slightly to 18%. We consider that flat. On to the valuation metrics. The trailing PE ratio for MSC stands at 20.4. The forward PE ratio stands at 18.0, so we expect to see some growth in earnings going forward. The PEG ratio is at 1.9, price to sales at 2.1, price to book is at 3.7, and the enterprise value to EBITDA ratio is at 12.2. So the valuation metrics aren't crazy cheap or expensive overall. So, just somewhere in the middle. The recent closing price of MSC stands at $80.74. That was yesterday's close. The 52-week low was $71.44, and the 52-week high is $87.92. The 20-day moving average is now at $79.67. The 50-day moving average is at $78.78, and the 200-day moving average is at $80.06. So that's a pretty tight grouping, which reflects its overall tight trading pattern over the past year. And right now, the recent closing price of $80.74 is closer to the 52-week high of $87 than closer to its low. The average daily trading volume in MSC stands at 425,000 shares per day. The beta of the stock is 1.0, basically implying that the stock has tended to move with the market fairly lockstep up and down. The dividend yield is modest, stands at 1.6%, and the average dividend payout ratio over the last 5 years has been 31%. So taking a look at its chart for MSC, the stock has really just bounced between $76 and roughly $85 several times throughout the year. I mean, the stock started out back around mid-February, around $86, and then it fell to $76 around late April. Then it rose to around $84 in late May, and then it declined again to $76 in early July. And it went through this cycle, believe it or not, another 2 or 3 times to where late December it got up to about $85 again, and now it's down around $80. So the stock, we just say that the stock is flat, a flat pattern overall. It's bounced back and forth, but we see some upside here, some expanded earnings, and also the operating margins are expected to increase over the next 1 to 2 years. They made an acquisition of another company, so they'll be marketing and distributing some higher margin products. And the name of that company was called Barnes. So, and overall, on to the next slide. The financial statement quality of MSC we consider to be excellent. I mean, they have very good financials. I mean, the sales for the past 5 years have averaged 10.5% per year increase for each of over the last 5 years, which is pretty good. Their total debt stands at about $300 million. And against $2.5 billion of revenue, that's fairly modest. We see the operating margins possibly increase. Right now, the operating margin trend is flat, and the price pattern trend is flat as well. Now, the overall market outlook we see we continue to see as bearish. We wouldn't be surprised at all to just see some names pull back, or there just not be much advancement over the next quarter or so at least. So we'll see. But the recent closing price at MSC right now stands at $80.74, and we see its 12-month price target at $93.74. So the 12-month potential at MSC we see is at 16.1%. Now, this return is not as high as some previous finds we found, but we think that this is just a reflection of the market getting more expensive and there not being as many upside opportunities. But nonetheless, we still believe that MSC is the best capital goods company to buy right now, and it's something for you to consider adding to your portfolio. If you're looking to do some diversification, especially into this sector, the capital's goods sector, this is a stock we think you should closely consider. And on to our last slide, which is just overall of overall summary about Connor Management Group, and reminding you to check out our Saturday morning newsletter, which you can get by going to www.gmcstockpicks.com, and there you can hear about investment opportunities such as this one and other just general market information. And all of our stock picks are driven by our proprietary algorithms, where we look at over 3,500 stocks every week. We're pretty pleased and happy with what we've developed, and we're new on the block, and we're looking to show everyone just how good we are. So go to gmcstockpicks.com, sign up for the newsletter. You get that on Saturday mornings, and we think you'll be pleased with it. So that's all we have for this week, and talk to you soon. Take care.